good, everybody? I'm Neal, Newberry, host of Live from the Nickel.
What's good, everybody? I'm Neal Newberry. Welcome to another episode of Live from the Nickel. We back at it. Beautiful Saturday. Well, it was beautiful Saturday until it started raining. Me and my sister sitting up here looking at the rain and branches falling down. You guys be careful out there, man, because it's raining pretty hard today. We got a lot of things on topic, to talk about today. This last week was very interesting in the sports world. So we have a lot to tap in today. I don't have Mr. Brown today. Mr. Brown's shin was bothering that little nerve damage. But don't worry, me and my sister, and we got Nick in the back. We got a lot to talk about. So, Mr. Brown, you make sure you get you some rest. Make sure you guys subscribe to our podcast. Keep them subscribed and coming, man, because we doing very well. I'm very proud of us. We at 774. So we got 30 more within last 2 weeks. We got 30 more. So that is a beautiful thing for us, man. So y'all keep the subscribers coming, man. And you know what it is. Y'all can catch us up on Sundays at 5 o'clock because that's what we do. Pretty soon we'll be back out in the field, going back to JD's. I got so many guests and the Voodoo and other such and such places. I had my procedure done, surgery on Tuesday. So I'm doing a little bit better now. So it's just a slow, you get patient thing as you get older. So you got to take your time, but I still do got my walker, man. It is what it is, but you know what I'm saying? It is. But what's up, sis? How you doing?
I feel like another rainy weekend.
Yeah, right. Rain.
Just sitting here and watch it roll in.
I know.
Yeah, it was a crazy week for sports. It was a busy week at work. It was a good week. It kind of flew by again.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm excited to be here today.
Absolutely.
Going to work after this a little bit later on.
Yeah,
so.
you got to catch a little Michigan game while you're there.
Tomorrow's Easter, so I hope everybody's got their baskets filled.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Good Friday was yesterday. Tomorrow's Easter, so happy Easter to everybody. This is the Easter special, too. That's why we're doing it. You know what I'm saying? I like your shirt, you guys. Is that Taylor Swift?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Taylor.
From the Eras tour.
She got a little thicker, man. Real talk. I was like, man, I seen her the other day on TV. I said, dang, she might be pregnant now.
She's got a good trainer now.
Oh, man. She's thick all in the right places. Good Lord. Shout out to you, Taylors. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you got to do. So, yeah. So, work's been good to you?
Yeah.
You have a Saturday off for once.
I do. Well, I have Saturday off, but not technically because I'm still going a little later on for the Michigan game up to JD's to help carry out a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. If this weather doesn't maybe keep people away a little bit, we'll see.
Yeah, the rain's letting up now a little bit, so that's a good thing. Yeah. But when we started, it was man, that wind.
It was crazy.
I like the rain. I don't mind, when it's like
I like a nice thunderstorm.
Absolutely. That's what it is.
Soothing.
So, you guys, I know you guys watched it. My man Nick's got the video up. Great game yesterday for the women. First game, iconic game. UConn, South Carolina. Two legendary coaches.
There's a lot of brackets out.
Oh, my God, man. UConn and South Carolina, you got two legendary coaches. Now, everybody that's seen it yesterday, it was crazy. Beginning of the game and at the middle of the game, at the end of the game, y'all seen what I seen. Listen, I was not gonna really rapid fire on him today. I was at first. I was gonna go in on him, but then I changed my mind. I said, you can't do that, Neal. He is a legendary coach. He had a lot of legendary players there. Maya Moore, Breanna Stewart. He had Diana Taurasi was there. So he had a lot of legendary players in the game. Gino from UConn. I like him. He's a great coach. Poor loser. Now, Miss Amanda, I know you were watching some of it out from a woman's perspective. I love what Dawn Staley did. I'm gonna come in after you, and then I'm gonna even ask Nick what he think about that, because that was a serious situation, man.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I want to tap in with you about it first. What do you think?
I think the whole situation, it's just embarrassing. It's petty.
Yeah.
It sets a really poor example when everybody's making a lot of strides in women's basketball, and that really is a big setback. It's sad to see that, and then to just see him make up all the excuses about why he was angry. It was everything from the refs. It was everything to what she was saying to the refs. Calls not going his way.
Right.
A player's jersey possibly getting. Didn't come over fast enough for him to shake his hand. So there's just like so many things that it's like high school, and he's a very tenured coach, and it's almost embarrassing to have that kind of a display on national television in that championship game. Is embarrassing, and it sets a poor example to his players.
Yes.
Nobody wants to, you don't really want to play for somebody that acts like that after the game. So, I don't know. I think he's got to take a good long look at how he's acting, because I know it's not his first incident, where he's kind of been a jerk. So, I think he's got to look at some things. Or maybe it's time to hang it up.
Possibility.
You're going to be petty like that,
Could be down in his, it could be in his, so he's been there forever. He's put a
Maybe
lot
it's
of great
trying to
women.
get to him. I don't know.
Could be that too, because he's never did that before.
Yeah.
In his whole coaching span of being at UConn as a coach, he's never snapped like that.
His
So for me to see
frustrations,
it,
they got the best of him for sure. I mean, it happens to us all.
absolutely.
But, you're the example. You're the coach. So you got to keep a level head in that situation.
I agree with you. I totally agree. Nick, what's up, my guy?
Yeah, I'm just looking at this video, and just it looks like completely one-sided in favor of Dawn Staley. The game's ending. They're, and I understand that at the top, right, these coaches are incredibly competitive. They're incredibly, they'll push their players as much as they can. But
Right.
you should understand the way that's going to look and how that's going to be. Now, I don't know if he was just emotional in the moment. I know he issued an apology afterwards. I don't know if he was emotional in the moment, but these coaches that are at the highest level, they're going to the Final Four, the Sweet 16, Elite 8, the Final Four. You should know,
Yeah.
I should say, how to act. And yeah, that's just embarrassing. I mean, like I said, Dawn Staley, professional all the way. She knew what she needed to do in that situation. I think she handled herself perfectly. But what? I don't know if it's a momentary, snap of, just a momentary delusional kind of episode from him, or if the emotions got to him, or what. But at that high of a level, you need to have that kind of wherewithal to be not only the most competitive that you can be, because these guys are. These coaches, these players, they want it all. And they know that they're good enough to get it all. And when you don't get it, like we talk about, sometimes your mental can just snap and you blame everything but yourself. But I think in the days and weeks to come, he hopefully will, like you say, come to Jesus moment and kind of just say, listen, this was on me. This was execution. I can coach better.
Yeah.
I can be better.
Don't
Facts.
make up excuses.
Exactly.
Right.
And at your professional level, you should be able to hold that emotion.
Exactly.
Definitely, he was frustrated that whole game, and he let that out.
Absolutely.
Took it out on her.
The funny thing is, when I'm watching the game and I'm talking to Don, and even I was talking to Nick, we were like, it was like in a little rotation after I got off the phone with Don, or I was talking to Nick, whatever. Either way, I was talking to both of those guys. What I saw, and I was talking to a couple of good friends of mine, once again, I get it. But one thing about Gino, yeah, you issued an apology, but everything you said yesterday was not even on point. It was incorrect.
Just pass the blame.
Exactly. Dawn did shake your hand. Now, when she did come out, if you watch the video at the beginning, she's in the huddle with her team. He's done talking to his team. He goes to the thing. She's still talking. Give her a few minutes, bro. I understand you are the ambassador, you many titles and everything, but she's not ready to get done doing what she's doing. So that, I think that irritated him. And then when she did come out and they did shake hands, she shook your hand and she went and talked to your staff. So you to me, you're acting real petty about it. Then Sarah Strong said to herself, she said on the thing that she ripped it. She ripped her jersey. Nobody ripped her jersey.
There
So
was video of her doing that. Also
exactly.
on the
And
sideline.
people were saying, well, why didn't Sarah say something to him in the huddle? Once again, he's frustrated. He's one of those guys that is, when you come into his huddle, he's like a Bobby Knight.
Yeah.
He's good. Listen, you shut up and listen.
Yeah,
I
and,
call the shots.
and you're not going to talk over your coach.
Absolutely
You're not going to
not.
say, hey, this was, yeah,
You're
no,
not gonna
absolutely
do
not.
it.
Not a coach like that, no.
You're not going to do it. So she probably felt like, I'm not going to say nothing. And then I think later on, probably after everything was all said and done and the dust settled, then he probably talked to her about it. But once again, I'm so proud of Dawn Staley. She handled it like a straight OG because, like she said, I don't know what I did to him. She didn't know what he did. The pressure built up. UConn has not played anybody from the regular season up to the tournament. They have not. They were 38-0. And you had an off night. Sarah couldn't make no threes. They were missing layups that they usually hit. There was a lot of things that came into play. You had an off night. The girls had an off night. Dawn and them was locked in. Their number one point guard, Raven Johnson, she only had 2 points. And with her just only having 2 points, you would think Connecticut would have just connected on that because she is the floor general for them. But everybody else was contributing. That's what I liked about how Dawn handled everything. I loved it. She had like a straight professional. And I do like that he apologized, but now you're going to be a part of these memes. You're going to be a part of the, the social media world now because it shows that everybody's tapping in saying, this guy's not, he's a sore loser. You're a sore loser. You're a sore loser. And it shows your character now.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's congratulations to South Carolina. They got a tough test tomorrow at 3:30. They got to play UCLA. UCLA's got to come with the full game because they beat Texas, and Texas had another off night. So, it's going to be a great game. Like I said, the women's, we see the women evolving so much. And they got the NIL deal. And, when you go to the next level, you get the bargain agreement is settled now. So congratulations to all the women that participated in the championship this year, because I tell you what, women's basketball was exciting. I like watching the men. Don't get me wrong.
It really was.
But the women yesterday, I was at the barbershop talking to people. They were talking about, man, I can't wait till the women come on tonight. UConn and South Carolina was a legendary game. It's like watching the Lakers and the Celtics back in the day.
Right.
Watching Bird and Magic go against each other with this, their co-hosts. Their other players on the team. So I ain't gonna lie, man, it was a great game.
There's been some incredible games this tournament. Some real close games. A lot of points being put up.
Yes.
It's been really cool to see.
It was a great season this year for women and men. Even though my
Agreed.
Dukies lost last Sunday, but it was just a great. Every game was great.
Yeah.
You've seen a lot of
Interesting games, yeah.
Yes, man. And if you had people's brackets were busted like crazy.
Oh, yeah. That was
just
wild.
at the beginning, that Thursday, Ohio State, Wisconsin losing. But that's
Right
one
off
thing
the
about
bat.
March Madness. You never know how the situation's going to go.
Right.
And all the freshmen we had this year, just some great freshmen from, just all over. It was a great year for freshmen. I watched it, hopefully next year will be the same. I think this was probably one of the most, I was talking to people at physical therapy yesterday, this was probably one of the most exciting basketball seasons for college basketball this year.
Probably one of the most watched.
Yeah. It was locked in. And now you don't just watch the men, you watching the women more now. And in the recruiting class, the freshmen that are coming in for the men and women next year is going to be even more explosive. So, shout out to South Carolina, you guys. They did their thing, man. I did take UCLA winning it for the women, so nothing against Dawn Staley, but, I always like to see somebody different, man, and so that's what it is. Now, since we got that over with, like I said, I was real upset about that, how he handled that.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins. He just, man, I don't know how he gets what he gets, but man.
It's a great agent.
Oh
He's
my
got a
God,
great agent.
he got a hell
Hall
of an
of Fame agent. What I really like about Kirk Cousins, and I would like to see him coaching one day, because I think he would be an incredible
can happen.
coach. I think there's a lot of valuable things about him, and he's consistent. So I think that, and if you bring him on your team as a player, he's not somebody that you have to worry about, doing his job. So I don't know. $172 million is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, man.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, man.
You know, he's had a hell of a career. He's got a great agent, so we'll see what he does.
You know the killer thing about me with Kirk Cousins, he gets to the bag.
Mm-hmm.
He gets to the bag. We're going back. Minnesota.
Yeah, everywhere.
Washington.
Everywhere he's ever gone.
Atlanta. Like he gets to the bag.
Mm-hmm.
I do like him going to the Raiders because here's the thing is you're bringing in a rookie. We know they're going to draft Mendoza from Indiana.
Yeah.
We know that's going to happen, which he should. But I like that the Raiders said we're going to go get a veteran quarterback, and that's what you should do is get a veteran quarterback to teach him the ropes, and I'm sure you're going to teach him how to get to the bag too. You know what I'm saying? You get get it. Get his agent.
Let me get you a real agent.
I'll give you the number.
Yeah,
Right.
get you a
I
real
got a
agent.
guy. You drop your agent and come get on my team, on the Kirk Cousins
Right.
team, because he will teach you how to get to the bag. But I do like what the Raiders are doing. They're going in the right direction. I'm sure they're going to get some draft. We got the NFL draft in this month, but I'm sure, a positive sure, that he is going to teach him a lot of good things. Because Kirk Cousins is not a bad quarterback.
And I see a lot of similarities in the two of them,
Yeah,
just in their
yeah.
core beliefs, their values, the way they both act
Yeah.
is really similar. So
Yeah,
I think that's a good combination there. They have there.
Kirk's not a bad quarterback.
He was doing better at the end of last year because
Yes.
he had that injury
Yes.
right in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But
what was that? Was that
was that an Achilles?
I
Yeah.
think
I
yeah.
think it was.
Look at Amanda always knowing. So it was Achilles. So both quarterbacks at Atlanta had Achilles, right? No.
It was Atlanta and then Michael Penix Jr.
Yeah,
What did he have? Was it maybe it was his knee?
He was like an ACL tear.
Yeah,
or
because he
something.
had that same
Okay.
problem in college, didn't he?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, North Carolina State. He was getting banged and I think NC State is where he came from before he went to Washington, and he had the same problems. But both of those quarterbacks were banged up. Look, Kirk Cousins. I agree with you, Amanda. You could pattern. They kind of are similar. They kind of similar, and but learning from a veteran as Kirk Cousins is good for him, and I like that the Raiders went and got him. What you think, Nick?
Two Christians in the Sin City. How is that gonna
Man,
work
Wasn't
out?
that so funny? Did you see the funny meme where they were like, "Not a single curse word will be uttered in that locker room"?
You know, I never thought about that,
Have you
Nick.
ever
That's
heard
funny.
Kirk Cousins mic'd up? He goes, "Frick." All
Yeah.
the
Oh,
time.
yeah, yeah.
He never
Really?
swears.
Yeah, no, never.
You know
no,
who he
not a
reminds
cuss
me of?
word.
Philip Rivers.
Not a
Yes.
cuss
Oh
word.
my God.
Exactly.
You got it. You took the words right out of my mouth. I like that. That was good, my brother.
The
I
NFL,
didn't.
the
Two
football
Christians
disciples.
in L.A.
Two Christians in the Sin City.
Yeah, that's gonna be
That's
interesting.
wild. Well, you know what? If you want to learn, I mean, once again, they don't cuss. I like that. I like when he did that against us when he beat us when he's in Washington. You like that? That's my favorite rant
Oh,
about
but
him,
he's
man.
so well. That's gonna live forever.
I mean, come
you know,
on. I mean, he
that's-
did.
That was great.
They bombed on us, man. They bombed on us. You like that? But you can't even hate the guy. The guy is a
No.
great. He's a great
He's a
person.
great guy.
man.
He's a great player.
He's a great person, man.
He's
So,
a hard worker. Seeing him on and off the field.
Yeah.
The research he does, he's constantly watching footage. He's constantly on stats. Like he just knows what he's doing, and I think it's. And I also really like to see a team bring a veteran quarterback when
Yes.
you know they're gonna get a rookie come in.
Yeah.
They're not just drafting a guy out of college and throwing him to the wolves right away.
Right.
They have somebody that hopefully will be in place to help him out a little bit in at least the first year of his career, the NFL.
Which I find interesting because when Kirk Cousins got, put onto the Atlanta Falcons, he thought he was going to be the starter, but ended up becoming that veteran quarterback to
Right.
mentor him. Now he knows what he's getting into.
right.
Right.
For sure, like 100%, and he's
Right.
okay with it. So I think he's going to be much more comfortable
Right.
with teaching Mendoza and understanding his
agree.
role in the team. And I think that's going to, another year out from his Achilles injuries. I think he was playing pretty okay football at the end of last year. I think he won the last 4 games
He did.
for Atlanta.
Yeah.
So he was playing better towards the end of the season. So another year out from that injury, understanding his role. Clint Kubiak is the coach. He's familiar with Clint Kubiak back in the Vikings
Yes.
for 3 years. So he's
Yep.
familiar with him and familiar with the system. So they just spent a ton of money in the draft and in free agency,
Yeah.
putting players around them. They just got the Ravens center. They got all types of new blood, new players. Beefing up that
It
defense.
could be their
around Crosby.
renaissance.
It's
Could be their renaissance.
the Raiders are back, baby.
You could
If you
see
are a
it.
Raiders fan, shout out to my man Chris Bell. He is a big time Raider. I know I got a couple Raider fans out there, man. My thing is the Raiders got over. I mean, Baltimore screwed themselves. You backed out for whatever reason. You just the Raiders. They still had enough money to cover everybody they got.
Mm-hmm.
Now you just get some receivers.
They got a lot of draft picks.
Oh man, they got stupid draft picks. I mean, and then you get a veteran like Kirk Cousins to come into the fold. Like you said, Kubiak they got a great relationship. And like once again, man, that was good that you say that. They do mirror each other very well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Mendoza's already a good quarterback. Strong, great statue, great posture, how he throws the ball, and he's a winner. And he, Heisman winner, won the national champion. I mean, how much more?
He's
do
a
you wanna
positive
go?
player for the team, which is
Yeah.
good. He's not an ego-driven player.
No, not at all.
It's-
And he's a Christian. Come on, man.
I give all the glory to God.
yeah. Prayer circles in the locker room.
It's my man Nick, the background. You can't see him, but you can hear him.
Prayer circles
But
in the
he's,
locker
I mean, that's a great thing to say about it. I didn't know that. Once again, I didn't know that. Like I said,
Very similar.
Nick be digging up the information, but that's funny that they're both Christians. God may be with you guys. All right, so there was, like I said, there was so much going on when I sent these notes out to the team, and by Thursday things were just changing. More stuff got added on. My question to you, both of you guys, starting with you, Manda, should the Browns trade Myles Garrett?
No way.
You don't think so?
No way.
I wish Don was here because I want to hear what
the,
Don
the
would say.
GM, the GM already said he's a career Brown. They
Joe
want
Thomas
him
type deal.
there. Why would you trade your best guy? Because he's getting older? I don't know. I just don't see it happening. I think they want to keep him, and I think he wants to stay there. So I just don't see it happening.
Okay.
But we've seen the Browns do crazier things, so you never know.
Absolutely, man.
But I don't think they should. I don't
Absolutely.
think they should trade him away. I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Nick, what you think, man?
I think unless they're looking for some sort of complete, I mean, listen, the Browns are always in a rebuilding process, but if they're looking for a regime
Facts.
change, rebuilding process, that sort of thing, then yes, you could look for Myles Garrett, but you would have to teams would have to offer the world and more for Myles Garrett because of his production, because of who he is and how he plays. Max Crosby-esque, maybe even more than that, right? 2 first rounds,
You gotta
maybe
give a
even
lot.
more. Like
It's
two
gonna
first
be a
rounds and
lot.
6.
He's a
gonna be
record
lot.
breaker.
Yeah.
And I don't know, because of premier trades that have happened in the past for a singular player,
Yeah.
and then it doesn't live up to the performance, it can absolutely devastate a team and an
Right.
organization for years to come. So I don't think teams are willing to risk that. The Browns, I've noticed, have restructured Myles Garrett's contract every single year that he's been a Brown. Normally, that's an indication that they're looking to trade you, free up some draft capital, try to get free up some cap space, I should say, rather,
Right.
and then try to trade him and then be able to build some pieces with the draft capital you get from that trade. But in this case, they've done it every year, so that seems to be normal. And everything that they're saying is that they want him to play. Now, whether or not they're going to make good draft picks this year, as we all know, they won't. But if they do hit on a couple guys, then they got Shador at quarterback. Fresh, young talent there. I don't know how well he's going to do, but it's his second year. The biggest leap for a young quarterback is their second year in the league, so we'll be watching that intently. Their defense, the Browns are known for having a strong defense, especially on that line, especially with Myles Garrett. So I think they're willing to go another year, keep him there, see how they, kind of. It's not a evaluation year for him. It's evaluation year for the team.
Absolutely.
How can the team play? How do they do with this young talent, this previous draft class that they got last year, that are starting now, and this up and coming draft class that they're going for? So they're going to keep him for at least a year. Should they trade him? I don't think it's a very low percentage of trading a big player, getting a bunch of draft capital, and then trying to hit on a bunch of picks.
Mm-hmm.
It's very low percentage chance. A few teams can do it. The Seahawks are usually pretty good at drafting. The Vikings have done it maybe once or twice, but typically it's not actually as effective as one might seem. Getting a bunch of draft picks and trying to it's a scratch off ticket.
Right.
You don't know who you're going to get. So yeah, they should keep him for now.
I think they should keep him. Number one thing, he's got the sack record. Okay, number one. The Browns is, like you said, man, and you said it too, Nick. The Browns is always rebuilding. And I mean, listen, you got to get it right sometime. And you do like you did with Joe Thomas. You kept Joe Thomas. You put people around him, and you didn't. You know, he went through the same thing. Miles Garrett is gonna stay. You know, I when he had opportunity to go probably to Detroit, anywhere else, he decided they said no, we're gonna keep him. They threw a whole bunch of money at him, so he's staying. And he's producing on the defensive side. You're getting full production from him. You trade him, you're just going right back in the circle again. Why do you want to keep going backwards? Like you go forward 10 steps and you go back 20 steps. So you got to get it right. And I think the defense looks real good. So keep him on there, build up on him, and then because you got to get it right. You got rid of your coach. I mean, you got to get this right, man. You can't keep going backwards. And you're talking about building a brand new stadium too? Come on, man. You got to get the city of Cleveland something to believe in. The Cavaliers is doing their thing. The Guardians, they're not bad, but and they're talking about getting a semi-pro basketball team for the women there. You got to do something for Cleveland, man. And the Browns are the heart there. You got some really diehard fans that they show up, rain, sleet, or snow. You got to give them something, man. You can't just keep going back and forth. You got quarterbacks not even on the roster right there that are getting paid still through these guys. They're not even there on the roster.
A lot of poor decisions.
A lot of bad decisions. Somebody's got to be held accountable for it. If you're going to do anything, you need to get the front office together and get that together because that's into shambles. They look real bad, man. So I don't think they should get rid of him. I think you keep him, you build your defense around him, and keep going and get that offense. And we see Shador he won a lot of games from last year. Gabriel, keep him if you want, but you got to. You still got Deshaun Watkins. We'll get to that situation later, but, just keep him, man, and stop making bad decisions. The other thing that I looked at, man, it came on right after that. Jalen Hurts and Eagles are facing a crossroads in 2026 season. Amanda, holla at me about this, man. I mean, the Eagles, I have no idea what they're doing. Jalen Hurts, they were saying that, he's on his 7th offensive coordinator. That's kind of sad for him being there as long as he's been, and he's on his 6th or 7th offensive coordinator. Him and A.J. Brown are not on the same page. I feel like Jalen Hurts, to me, I think he wants to do what he wants to do. It just doesn't look like Jalen wants to be I don't know if Jalen's the problem or the coach is the problem, but what is the problem do you see with the Eagles?
We talked about them a lot this past year.
Yeah.
With how we thought there was this shift in the team where they weren't playing well. It seemed like people weren't getting along.
Yeah.
It seemed like, there was a lot going on behind the scenes.
Right.
I think that Jalen Hurts has been unhappy for a while. But I don't know. I don't know if I could pinpoint a reason. I think there's a number of reasons why.
Yeah.
But I think it comes down to the higher ups, the coaching staff, the office, whatever it is. They need to get it together and get it under control. Because I feel like this team right now just really lacks morale. It's almost like they don't want to play or they don't want to play together, and they're not clicking anymore. And there's some serious issues. And if it's Jalen, then you got to look, somewhere else for your quarterback. Maybe he's unhappy. Maybe he wants to go. Or maybe there's another toxicity in that locker room that needs to go. But there's something that needs to be cut out of the equation to make your team happy. Because we saw all this past season that they were not on the same page as a team.
Right. Absolutely. For you guys that are watching this, you guys hear Nick, that's our coordinator. He's our camera guy. He's back there in the scene. A little camera shy, so we don't want him on the camera. He don't want to be on the camera. It's okay, but he's got a great voice. He streams. So if you guys are wondering, like, hey, I hear somebody talking, but I don't see him, that's our camera guy, Nick. So, Nick, man, listen, what is wrong with the Eagles, my brother?
So I read
Professor.
this ESPN article that came out that all all of media is talking about, all of sports media is talking about right now.
Facts.
And the crux of the article was essentially Jalen Hurts is doing things on the line of scrimmage, changing plays and whatnot without his
Trying
coach's
to do
consent
things
Ooh.
to things that he is more comfortable with
Right.
doing rather than things that his coach wants him to do. And because of that, that's why their offense was so stagnant last year and why they weren't doing as well as they were the year before.
That would make sense.
So
for sure.
my whole thing is that this guy, Jalen Hurts, he's a good player. A lot of people clown on him for I don't know why, but they clown on him. They undersell him. He's an MVP of a Super Bowl.
Right.
Like, he's a good player. Like, you cannot deny that
Yeah.
aspect one bit. There may be a sense of uncomfortableness that maybe his coaches aren't able to get him to break through to do these things. And I think the anonymous sources that were cited in this article state that no coach is able to basically get him to completely follow their system.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they say, hey, here's the play you run, but here's an option if you don't want to do that. But he will switch the play up on the line of scrimmage to something that he wants to do rather than his coaches wants to do. And that's where the crux of the argument is coming from.
Ooh.
So, and then I think A.J. Brown may be upset at Jalen Hurts
Changing the plays.
changing the
Yeah.
plays to a play that wouldn't be targeting him as the number one receiver. Maybe it be a
I
run
can see
play.
that.
Maybe he's a decoy. Maybe
Yeah.
he's running a route to get the coverage out so it opens a hole for someone else. Like, that could be the crux of the argument. Now, I'm curious I know he would never say this, but I'm curious what Jalen Hurts would have to say
Absolutely.
on that issue, whether or not, hey, are you getting a play that you're uncomfortable with and then changing it up to something else, or
Or you just doing whatever you want.
exactly, are you just kind of doing whatever you want?
Right.
And that would be something definitely that would affect the whole entire team and possibly make everybody angry. So
Right, you're
that would
taking
make a lot of
power
sense.
away from your offensive coordinator and putting it to
Exactly.
yourself, and then when your team doesn't perform as well, now who are you blaming? Are you blaming your
Exactly.
OC or are you blaming your quarterback? Well, you can't just fire your quarterback necessarily because he's an MVP Super Bowl quarterback.
Right.
So he's a great player. You don't want to put him out for your backup.
Right.
So what do? You fire the OC. You go get a new OC.
Right.
Well, they did mention that on the Get Up that they in those words what you said about the article, they were breaking it down that they didn't say he was changing the plays. They were just saying that it kind of did say that. And I could see A.J. Brown for being frustrated because maybe that play was supposed to go to him, and Jalen Hurts is like, no, we're going to change
He's
it.
not getting his opportunity.
Exactly. And here's the thing about it is, what I know, what I see so far is that you see Nick and the coach Nick surrounding, and you see Jalen. They don't look like they have a great relationship at all. Like it looks dysfunctional. I don't think he trusts his coach. I don't think. To me, Jalen doesn't really talk. He doesn't really say
No,
much.
you don't get a lot out of him. He's
Exactly.
very private.
But I really feel like he's got an ego too. Because if that's a lot of balls to go to the line. You get called. You've had a lot of different offensive coordinators, and then when I watch him go to the sideline and his coach is talking to him, it's like he don't even care. Like, what you're saying is irrelevant, bro. I'm Jalen Hurts.
Right.
I'm the MVP guy.
And having so many offensive coordinators is a red flag.
It really is.
That's like if you've been fired from like 7 jobs, somebody's gonna be like, aren't you the problem?
I would
like,
say there was.
Maybe you're the problem.
Yeah, because you have 7 different offensive coordinators.
Maybe
it might not
maybe
be
you're
the
the
offensive
issue.
coordinators, right?
I've been in 7 relationships and they were all toxic.
Right.
Ah.
Yeah, maybe it's you.
Something's got to happen. Something's got to give, bro. Because
Yeah.
there's no way. Listen, they're talking about A.J. Brown going to play for the Patriots or wherever he goes. I think he's out of there. I don't think he's coming back.
He's tired of it.
Yeah, and Saquon Barkley comes there. That's a great thing. He changed that situation when they won the Super Bowl. Still had one of the greatest moves ever. He's a great running back. He's actually healthy, and now you got to deal with this mess. That's sad, man. So I'm hoping they can get this figured out, but mark my words, A.J. Brown is gone.
And it's hard to it's hard to control a quarterback that's already been doing those things.
Right.
And it's like all you can really do is get rid of them, or you're gonna just lose your players. Like people are gonna start to leave because
Nobody wants to play with
they don't
you.
want to play with them, and they know that you won't do anything about it.
Well, they said he reached out to Michael Jordan for advice. You give Mike is a great person to reach out for advice, life advice.
He must
But-
not have listened.
Yeah, man. Stubborn. You got stubborn people, man.
And Mike's a winner. Even his NASCAR team's winning right now.
Yeah.
His NASCAR team's doing pretty good.
Oh, shout out to Mike, man. They doing their thing on the NASCAR game. I like to see he's got a joy. He's happy. He looks like he's happy. Got the twins, got his wife. He's happy. Shout out to him. This question, this is a great question. Should the NFL season expand to 18 games? They're at 17 right now. So they're talking about going 18 games. Amanda, what do you think?
I mean, I think everybody's always like, we want more football. We want more football. I guess I don't really care either way. Is it really necessary? Do we got to change stuff up every year? Do we have to have like 50 games overseas every year? Do we have to do all these different things every year? I don't know. I guess I'm just indifferent to it. I think we're fine where we're at. Why add another one? Who cares?
Simple. I like that. Nick, what do you think, bud?
Well, I think it depends on how they do it. If they're going to get rid of another preseason game
Oh, yeah.
to add a regular season
agree with
game
that.
onto the end of it, then sure, because there's more
I'd
meaningful
agree with
football
that.
now.
Right. It matters.
But I think they want to keep the preseason games because that's when they put in their
Yeah.
draft picks. That's when they put in their secondary
Yeah.
or their second string, their scout team, that sort of thing. The players that are looking to try to make a name for themselves, and that gives them less of an opportunity to
Exactly.
try to make the team. So, there's pros and cons either way. As for the overseas thing, it would benefit the NFL because I have a whole idea of why they're doing more overseas and why they're going international to so many places and making so many games international. One, it's more football. Now you have 9 a.m. down to
Yeah.
almost midnight.
Definitely.
All
Makes for an
football.
interesting schedule.
All of football. But it's to get an international audience because
Yeah.
they are stagnating on NFL fans in the United States. It's a primarily North American, United States-based sport. It's not international. They're trying to market it towards an international audience now.
Like a soccer would be for
Exactly.
other countries, yeah.
So now they're going to Brazil. They're going to the UK, to Germany. They're thinking about, someone said, let's do it on an aircraft carrier or something, in the ocean. I don't know. But they're trying to get that international audience. So more regular season games that matter, that are non-divisional games or non-conference games, whatever you want to call them, not against a rival opponent. Because you got to have that in the stadiums.
Right.
Home and away. Like you got to have those where the fans are at. That's where that's what they want to see, you going up against your rivals. But when you're going to go up against a team that's not normally a rival, but it should be a good game, okay, we'll have one in Brazil.
Right.
Now it just matters of making sure they get back, get their proper rest, right? Not have like a Thursday game or like a Sunday into a Thursday game or
Right,
something
when
where
you
you only
just
get
played,
where you
yeah.
just played.
Just
you
got a 18-hour plane ride.
right.
Right.
As long as they can schedule all that well enough for the player safety, I'll be okay with that.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of indifferent on adding an extra game depending on how they do it.
How they want to do it.
I'm like what you guys said about, overseas, that's great. Get more people overseas in, Berlin or wherever. That's great because we've got fan base over there that we're just reaching out. But if you're going to take from the preseason, don't do it then. Because you want to get these people that are trying to crack a roster to get them. You don't want people to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Preseason game is for people to get reps in there. People that can make the team that probably going to get cut. I love football. I feel like if you got too many more games, you want to kind of keep it where it's at right now because then you're going to lose your audience a little bit. I feel like that because after football is over with, what's getting ready to ramp up? College basketball.
Right.
NBA's going. So kind of leave it where it's at right now because you don't want to go into – because like my dad says, he goes, once football is over, baseball starts ramping up, he's locked in on baseball or he's locked in on NBA. Like, I don't really watch NBA until really into the playoffs. When college basketball kicks off, I'm locked in. It starts in November. You're watching it. And then you're getting ready to see that March Madness is going to come up. So with NFL, I'm like, once I'm done, I'm done, with it. After the playoffs and all this and they do the Super Bowl, I'm good. But when you add more games on, it's going to be meaninglessly. I mean, it might be some teams that get in there or whatever. Just leave it at 18 or 17. Don't change it.
I don't really get the point of adding one extra game.
Yeah, one extra game is not going to make a difference, man. No. Just live. I feel like when you get to that last game, get everybody ready. Like if the team's not going to if they're not going to make the playoffs, they got time to rest their quarterbacks, rest their, star players, getting ready to go into that, I do like what Nick said about, overseas. That's great.
Yes,
I love that. I'm all about that. That's great. But let's leave it at 17 games. You're not going to make – that one game is not going to help you make the playoffs. Right. And on top of that, I feel like when you get to the 17th game, okay, players can get rested up, this and this and that. You're taking a chance that players get more hurt now. So that's just my opinion,
Agree.
But
I was going to bring that up too where, you start to run a risk of – because we all see how everybody's starting to run down at the end of the season. Everybody's beat up, yeah.
If you played football, you know that. NBA, same thing. I mean, the baseball players, they play 182 games?
That's crazy.
That's a lot of games, man.
That's crazy.
But those guys get guaranteed money too, so I'm not knocking them for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you're an NFL player, man. Jesus, them running backs. I mean, we've seen a lot of ACL tears, and you see. I mean, come on, man. The body only can take so much, man. So let's leave it how it is. Mr. Brown was here. He would be like, I don't know. He'd probably blow a head gasket right now. So Nick can blow the head gasket for him. Deshaun Watkins could end up being the starting quarterback. They were saying the owner said he could be the starting quarterback for the Browns this year. And when I heard that, and then Miss Amanda sent me a thing about it, and I was like, "You got to be." So I sent it to Don.
I was like, April Fools, but it wasn't.
It was. I thought it was April Fool's because it was April Fool's Day. And then when I sent it to Don, he immediately called me, and he was like, "Bro, this is not April Fool's. They're really talking about doing this." So then the next day, I love the get up. Shout out to Mike Green. He's great. They had their 8-year run. They've been on the air for 8 years. I love that show. Comes on at 8. I watch it every day. A lot of those guys, Dan Orlovsky, there was a whole bunch. I love them all. They went in about this, about the Browns. But before I go into it, I'm gonna hand it off to my sister. What do you think about that? It's just from a woman's perspective.
I mean, just after all this time, and it really, I mean, there's been multiple people that have come out and said, like, it really looks good that he might actually start for the Browns.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, why? The only thing I can think of is, if they've lost a lot of money on him, maybe they're trying to get at least something back, from that deal, the deal of the century that went awry.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't really get it. I don't really want to see him play. I know a lot of people probably don't really care to see him play. I'm not a Browns fan. If I'm a Browns fan, I don't want to see him. I say cut our losses. But they're still paying him, and they're still paying him for however much longer. So,
one more year, I think it is. He's got one more year on this. This is his last year on the contract, I believe.
Maybe they're trying to get a little something out of him.
Oh my God! I mean, he hasn't.
I don't know. They have
played.
Shador. They have
Dylan
other
Gabriel.
options. So
yeah. Dylan Gabriel's hurt still. So Nick, man, come on, man. Give me something. Me and Amanda,
sad day.
If you've ever had kids, this is my Mr. Brown impression. Listen, if you've ever had kids, no, I'm just kidding.
That's good.
Where you have like an older or younger, two brothers, right?
Right.
And one brother does something and they do it well, and then the other brother tries to copy them, and they just aren't the same.
Yeah.
This is the Raiders and the Browns. The Raiders have a veteran quarterback with a young quarterback behind them to learn, to get understanding of the system, and to try to develop into a better quarterback.
Facts.
The Browns are the little brother.
They're the dollar store version.
They're the dollar store. They're the Temu Raiders right now, which is saying something.
I see exactly what
which
you're
is saying something.
He said the dollar.
Yeah, it's the dollar store
The
version.
Dollar Tree.
Yeah. There's like the Coca-Cola and then like
Right.
the big K. you
Right,
know?
right.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
what you're saying.
So they're trying to do this whole veteran quarterback, so your
Mm-hmm.
future of your franchise rookie
So bad.
quarterback can learn behind them. But
So bad.
right.
when you're behind Deshaun Watson, who hasn't played football in how many years?
That's he's
He
rusty.
hasn't played in 2-3 years.
It's rusty. He's rusty.
Yeah, he hasn't been.
He's
Been
played 19 games since he's been let go from since the Houston Texans.
And I don't care how much they say he's been training or he's been keeping up with his workouts or he's been doing his feet haven't hit the field
It's
in a
different.
game.
He ain't took no hits.
In a game.
It's completely different. Practice field
Exactly.
versus a live game,
Exactly.
night and day.
That's exactly how I feel.
You
too.
ain't took
Yeah,
no
it's-
hits. You ain't took no hits.
It's you're asking for a disaster, Browns. Again. Asking for another disaster.
Little brother and big brother. I like that analogy.
Yeah, like they're trying to keep up with the Raiders.
Right?
and
They're
it's
like,
just
oh
like-
look, they're doing this.
Yeah, look what they're doing. We got Deshaun.
We
can
got
do
a
that
veteran
too,
quarterback
yeah.
in our back pocket that we're still paying for. Let's do what they're doing. And
That makes me nervous for them.
imitation is the best form
So
of
bad.
flattery, but
So bad. When I seen this, like I said, I couldn't believe it. You got to get something out of him, but this guy has not played in 2, maybe 3 years. He hasn't took any hits. I don't care what you're
And
doing.
he hasn't made any attempts. He's lazy. I don't see him on the sidelines like trying
At
to
all. At all.
put a little word in or give some plays or some information. I don't see him really doing anything above and beyond. So why?
You've
What's the
played
point?
19 games. He's played 19 games since he left Houston. And let's be honest, he's okay. He's games played is 19. Games he's missed. He's missed 49 games.
Yeah, I mean,
Bro, come on, man.
hold on. Let me call up Dan Marino real quick. I
Right.
know he's been retired for how many years, but yeah, let's call him up and see if he wants to come back and play.
He's missed at least 10 games
yeah,
in the
it's-
last 4 years.
That's worrisome because he hasn't been on the field.
right.
and-
So, how can you say, if it's anything, you put him and get him with, Shador and help him out a little bit more. Help be that eyes for him. Help him out. Give him that knowledge. Because at
he
one
hasn't
time,
done any of that. though.
exactly. Because if you go back when he played at Houston, he was a great quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Hawkins, they were hook up all the time. I mean, listen, I liked him when he came out of Clemson. I thought he was going to be he was a great quarterback
Mm-hmm. He
at
had
Houston.
the skills.
He did. He had the tangibles, and then he got full of himself and got in legal trouble. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, off the field issues bad, where they had to run him out of Houston,
Real
which is
bad.
bad. And for you to get an opportunity to get a second chance in life, and you go to Cleveland, and they just dropped the ball on me. I mean, he hit the bag, double the bag. But this guy has missed 19 games. He has not took any
he's
hits.
played
only
19.
played
He's
19.
Oh, he's not- I'm sorry, he has played
49
19 games. You're absolutely my bad. He's played 19 games. You have never took a hit in 19. You haven't took any hits. You played 19 games. You are so rusty. If shout out to the Cleveland
They
fans.
must have been drinking when they had this meeting, like where they were
Absolutely.
all
They were-
talking about maybe
They were on
doing
that whiskey,
this.
man.
Yeah.
They were on that whiskey.
They were
'cause
at the bar chilling. They're like, "Oh, I got a
19
great
games you have
idea."
played. We don't even know what your foot speed is like. I mean, come on, man.
I'm very disappointed if I'm a Browns.
If I'm a Browns fan,
used to that. I'm
what
used
are we
to that.
doing? Go to Shador. He showed.
I thought that was, going to be the plan.
I would think that too. You got rid of Kevin Szymanski because we know Kevin Szymanski didn't want to draft Shador. He didn't want him. The owners wanted him. So we already see that. Kevin liked Dylan Gabriel, but Dylan Gabriel couldn't see over the damn line. And then you see he got hit. He broke up. So then you put in Shador, and Shador won his first game. I think he won 4 games last year. So I mean,
Definitely improved.
he is the future. And then you got the tight end from Bowling Green. I love that kid. He's a great tight end. And they were talking about getting rid of Juco now because I think he wants to leave because I don't know the tight end. Don knows him, but he's from Bowling Green. He's a local guy. Great kid. And he's killing. He's killing down at so you got a hook up. And then you got the running back Jerkins from Ohio State there. So they got pieces in Cleveland. You just got to keep the pieces intact. And Deshaun is not a part of that rebuild situation in
No.
Cleveland.
No.
You can give some knowledge to the young brother to help him out to the do's and don'ts.
But hasn't he had the chance to do that? And
I don't think he has.
He's not stepped up and
dealing
done
with the
it,
legal issues with the massage parlor situations.
I don't know if I'm still on the team. I'm sure he's got
Play
his
your
phone
position.
number.
Yeah, play your position. You don't have to be a leader on the field. You can be a leader off the field.
Exactly. But
You know
I
what
don't
I'm
know. We've never heard that he's done any of that. Maybe he has, but I don't know.
What we know
I've
this
seen
is
them.
Cleveland knows how to mess up. They just know how to mess up things. And I don't think you should start Deshaun. He's only played 19 games, man. He's missed up 49 games. That's a lot, bro. For you to put him in the starting lineup, let him get some wreck in the preseason.
I mean, they could be doing something like I don't know, like a Joe Flacco type situation where they're just trying to give Shador time, because we don't know. Like you said, he won some games, but I looked at his stat lines. Stat lines were not super impressive. He didn't play that many games, but he had more interceptions than he did touchdowns.
He did.
So, but rookie quarterback, that's bound to happen. There could be an instance where they don't think Shador's ready yet. They maybe the ownership or the coach or the GM, maybe they believe he needs more time.
Kevin Szymanski had a lot to do with that. The play calling last year for the rubber. Remember, they said on the wristbands that he didn't have a wristband for the calls. There were some questionable calls that Kevin Szymanski. There was that one game I think they could have won, and the play calling he did on a 2-point conversion.
He took Shador
Out the game, which was stupid. So, what I seen Shador, he is professional, ready go quarterback. He's got the tangibles. Putting Deshaun in, you're going backwards. He's got. I mean, Shador showed some good highlights, but if you don't have a coach believing in you, what happens? And then the coach is the one that calls the plays or a play call, because Szymanski was doing the play calling and he was coaching. So he was not. He didn't really want Shador in there. He wanted Dylan Gabriel. So now that Szymanski's gone and went to Atlanta, I think you'll see Shador. I mean, we know he had that interception problem in college. At Jackson State and at Colorado. But when you see the light, when he's on, he's on. But
I think he's been humbled a little bit too since coming to the NFL, because I've seen the cockiness tone down a little bit in him.
Yeah.
Where he's really been under the microscope and really a lot more heavily criticized since he's been in the NFL. So I think that helped humble him a little bit.
I think getting Kevin Szymanski out of there, fresh start now for him. Because him and the coach right now, they're saying that they're really talking, and he bought him something. I don't know for what reason, but they've been having a great conference. Look, if your coach believes in you, that helps you. That confidence will shoot up, and it will humble you too, to let you know, like, just take it one game at a time. But when you got a coach that really don't want to see you succeed, that becomes a problem. And Kevin Szymanski was just a joke. Get him out of there. Let him go mess up somewhere else, man. And I want Shador. I want to see him succeed, and I think he will succeed. But you got to have a coach that believes in you, and I think this new coach is going to believe in him. Todd Monken is going to believe in him. I think things are good going. Like I said, you got the tight end there. You got a good running back. You got get Jared Judy out of there. He can't catch it worth a damn. Get him out of there. He can't catch it. Get a good, receivers in there to help out Shador. Cleveland will be okay if you keep the same nucleus and build on what you have, not build on it and then trade them in the next season. Can't keep doing that. You got to keep what you have, make some minor changes.
And build on that. Don't just keep changing it up every single season.
You can't keep doing that, man. So shout out to the Browns fans. Do not start Deshaun Watkins. If he does, you guys, it's just a bad idea. Aaron Glenn said Geno Smith is the leader. He will lead the Jets to the promised land.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Yeah, Geno went from, me and Don say you went from sugar to shit. Excuse my language, ladies and gentlemen, but you went to the Raiders last year, which was real bad. And then now you come back to the Jets, just real bad.
I still don't know why he did that. We haven't figured it out why he did that.
I don't know what you can do in the Jets. Listen, I love Nick. I know that's your guy. I love Aaron Glenn. I love his passion. I love his character about him. Miss Amanda, first, you help me out with this, because I can't even get it out. I don't even understand why he said.
I really like that he's confident.
Man, he's
and
confident.
I really like that he's really believing. And I think that's a good way to start the season. He really, really believes it.
He's geeked about it, too.
Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah,
there's something that behind the curtain, some kind of a magic act going on that we don't see, because
oh my God,
there's some reason we haven't figured out why Geno Smith wanted to go back there. So I guess time will tell. We're gonna see what happens. Look at
He's
ready
excited
for
about
He's
this.
ready for the Super Bowl already,
Oh,
and
Lord.
the season hasn't begun. So I'm happy for him. He's ready. He's very confident. He sees something that none of us see.
Yeah,
Which
I want to know.
Look, I love to have a confident coach.
Absolutely,
I love to
absolutely.
have somebody who really
I
believes
will follow
in,
you to the
believes
trenches.
in me and believes in the team, and the confidence is great. But yeah, I don't know. He might be getting ahead of himself. Maybe not.
How much coffee has he been drinking? Because
Might be getting ahead of himself.
he is locked in about this.
It's like in The Sandlot when Benny the Jet has the dream from Babe Ruth.
Oh,
Comes and
yeah,
he's like,
yeah,
"You're gonna
yeah.
be great,"
I
whatever
love
you-
that movie. I
Yeah.
love that movie.
It's like maybe somebody great in football that came down in a dream to him and was like, "It's gonna be great,"
Touched him.
and he believes it.
You are going to be the best.
It's gonna be great. This is gonna be your greatest year yet.
You're right in that he sees something nobody else sees because it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
You know when
In his
you
dream.
have to give a speech to somebody, but you don't believe it yourself.
Facts.
But you got to say it to make
Yeah.
them believe it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That then kind of coincides to try to make you yourself believe it.
Right.
yeah.
I think
Gotta
he's doing
amp
this whole
everybody up.
double thing. Like he's trying to put
If he
confidence.
says it out loud, it'll come true.
Hopefully, he's hoping. He's praying. He's calling up Mendoza and Kirk Cousins, being like, "How do you do it, guys?" Like,
I don't know. We'll see.
He is passionate. He is. When I seen the video, and I was trying to find it to send it to you, so you could. He was. I love his character. I love he's and what he did for Detroit defense, right? Yeah, the defense. He made that magical things happen for their defense.
he was given absolutely nothing, and he
turned something
he
to
built a wall out of sticks and
Now look.
pebbles.
Now look. Now, don't you believe him a little bit more now? That maybe.
I mean,
it could come true.
listen, he is an amazing guy. And the problem with the Jets, what they have to do is you got to give person time. You give him time, I say 3 years. What do you got to lose? You've been bringing people in for a year, and getting rid of them. But with him, I'm glad they gave him another opportunity. I think he can turn the Jets around. Geno Smith, I don't know about Geno Smith. But what you could do is take a note from the Raiders. You get a quarterback, let Geno, because Geno was a great quarterback in college. He played at West Virginia. He was great. And going to the Jets and not really working with anything, it's going to be hard to win. Sam Darnold showed you that. Sam showed tremendous when he played at USC. He gets drafted by the Jets. Anybody gets drafted by the Jets, you don't really have much to work with.
Zach
You
Wilson.
kind of feel like R.I.P. You're just starting out your
Facts.
career and you're like rest in peace already because
Exactly. You
know,
go to the Jets, you're dying.
yeah.
But if you put a little time behind a coach and let him build, and with Aaron Glenn, I love his fire. I love it. I was just like, yo, this guy's got me believing in some things. But I hope things can turn around for the Jets. That city, they got a lot of diehard fans there. And bringing Geno in, I don't know who they're – you got Justin Fields. You just gave Justin Fields all this money. Now Justin Fields is gone. So now you got to do something. But I don't see Geno can make that resurrection. 'Cause you don't got no receivers there but one from Ohio State. That's really it. You got the running back, but you got to – unless they're going to make some moves to get some more talent in there, okay. If you get more talent in there, maybe he's going to do that. Maybe he will. Maybe they're going to really make some offseason.
Maybe they're heavily relying on the draft or, I don't know.
There's some receivers in this draft now. There's some stud receivers in this draft, but, I wish the best for him.
Yeah.
Wish the best for him. You could have went got Kyler Murray. You could have went got anybody. I'm not knocking Geno, but
I mean, if you were thinking this was another veteran sitting in front of some rookie type situation,
that'd be good.
They got Brady Cook and Bailey Zappi as their backup
Who the
quarterback.
hell is Bailey
anybody.
Zappi?
They don't have anybody.
Who the hell is Bailey Zappi?
He was drafted by the Patriots
Oh yeah.
a few years ago.
Blonde hair kid, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, he's still hanging around, man. Shout out to Bailey Zappi out there getting that money, man.
Well, he's
getting
laying
that money.
around because he's at the Jets right now. So
Oh yeah. Oh Jesus Christ. And who's the other guy?
Brady Cook,
Who the hell's that?
I couldn't even tell you, and I looked him up.
We don't know.
Shout out.
He lives,
yeah.
He
And
just
you-
lives there. He just lives in the neighborhood.
I'm just here so I don't get
We need you to
fired.
come
Oh
get
my
back up.
God. All righty then, Jets fans.
See what
Yo.
happens.
What is listen, Puka The receiver from the Rams. Now the Rams was kind of making me upset. Before I get to Puka, great receiver. They were trying to trade. They were going to actually get rid of my boy Devontae Adams, and then they're not going to do it now, which is grateful. They're not doing it because, he had a great season last year. He just got hurt, but now we got Puka. Am I saying his name right?
Nakua.
Puka Nakua. Thank you, sis.
Samoan.
Yes. Oh, he is small. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a different name.
An Islander, yeah.
He's kind of. I like him, but he was in the news. So I read what happened to him back on New Year's. He bit a girl on the shoulder. I was like, what the hell? And now he checked himself into rehab. Sis, we talked about this on the phone earlier this week. What's up? What's going on with this?
He's so young. He's really young.
How young is he?
And he's really blown up in the
out of nowhere.
In the NFL, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And you see this a lot where young guys in the NFL and they blow up out of nowhere. They're partying a lot. They're going out. All of a sudden, everybody wants to hang out with you. Everybody wants to be your friend.
Yeah.
You're the center of attention. You find yourself in situations that aren't always the best for you.
Yes.
And you can really get taken advantage of in more ways than one. And the fact that I saw pictures of him, passed out on the couch at that party, and everybody's kind of like twerking on him and dancing around him. He was obviously like messed up,
absolutely.
wasted, drunk. I don't think he's like taking a bunch of drugs or doing any kind of terrible illegal things.
Right.
But he's going out, he's partying, he's getting drunk, but he's hanging out with people that probably he shouldn't be.
Yes.
Who are now that he's in this situation, are like taking pictures of him, putting him in these precarious situations where they could take advantage of him later. He obviously did bite this girl. I mean, you saw the bite mark. It looked.
You a vampire?
It was a bite mark. Yeah, it was there.
You a vampire?
Now, I'm not saying that this was like a sexual assault or any kind of a malicious thing that he was doing.
Right.
I think that they were partying. I think they were having fun. I think everybody's drunk, having a good time, and he like chomped down probably a little too hard. And all this time later, now after this party,
right,
now it's become a thing.
Yeah.
So he's got people, in his inner circle that are trying to get ahead of this now. And they're saying, look, we got to put you in a rehab. We got to make sure that people can see that you're going to change or, get ahead of this and show that you're going to change, because this is very detrimental to your blossoming career, to your reputation.
Facts.
You don't need to be catching cases and all these things. Don't hang out with girls and let yourself get all messed up and let girls take pictures of you. Remember when Prince Harry got in all that trouble?
For sure.
When he was running around in his undies and all those girls were quick to snap pictures. Like, you got to be careful when you're out partying and put yourself in situations like that.
Yes, you do.
Somebody out there will try to take advantage of you, and unfortunately, he learned that the hard way. But kudos to him for getting ahead of it.
Yes.
And I hope that he does, because he's done some really stupid stuff already. This isn't his first incidence of stupid stuff.
This isn't. Oh, wow.
He's been known to make some real dumb comments, say some real dumb things. So I hope that this is a change for the better in his career, because
he's real young, like you said.
Yeah,
so
he's pretty young, and he's got some demons, obviously, that hopefully he can get a hold of before they get a hold of him.
Right. Brother Nick.
This is the Gen Z diva, the new age diva wide receiver type thing that's going on. And this is, you've had your diva wideouts in the past, right? And they do certain things. They think they're better than everyone. And it's real unfortunate because he's so good. He makes some incredible catches.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
Like, absolute highlight toe tappers in the back of the end zone, one-handed grabs. Like, he's making on the field, he is an absolutely incredible player, but off the field, man,
yeah, he's doing some dumb stuff.
He's got so many problems, man. I've seen the streams when he's going on with famous streamers and he makes dumb comments. He talks about we'll say troublesome or questionable conspiracies, not the fun ones like the moon landing, but he talks about very questionable conspiracy theories.
He's made some
bad comments,
anti-Semitic comments
against
and things.
against other people. Anti-Semitic comments.
He's done some dumb things.
I didn't know that.
He's partying out all the time.
This was just like the latest, I feel like.
He doesn't believe in concussions. Like,
yeah, that was real. That was in the same week
Well,
he
hold-
said that.
that was
was
in the
like,
same
what?
stream that he
Yeah,
said that.
like the.
He said he don't believe in concussions.
He says concussions
Yeah.
aren't real.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said it's all in your head.
Okay. It is in your head when you get hit.
Yeah.
CTE, that leads to CTE. You know?
Exactly.
Maybe a hit led to that
Come
comment.
on, man.
Yeah. So he's a character off the
Yes.
field, which is so
Yes.
unfortunate because if he wasn't such a great player, we might not be talking about it as much as we are.
Agree.
But because he's such a integral part to the Rams and because he's so like integral to their system and offensive rookie of the year, I don't know.
Very, very important to them.
Very,
very
Absolutely.
important to him.
You need him.
Yeah, they have to get his off-field antics under
Yeah.
control. I'm sure there were threats made, probably by the team, probably by maybe his agent, maybe his attorney, where they're like, "Look, dude, we got to fix this now.
We gotta tighten this
or
up.
you're gone."
Yeah. We don't care how good you are, but
yeah, it's gonna get it's to that point now where we don't care how good you are anymore. You're gonna be gone because of what you're doing off the field.
You could be the greatest person on the field, on the basketball court, want to be one of the top athletes. Once you do something in the public eye, everybody's got a camera out. And if you go live, you better think what you say. And a lot of these guys, the young generation you got to think before you do things.
Absolutely.
You really have to think. When you get on air and get in front of that camera, you have to watch what you say. Prime example, Jalen Ivey, okay? Great basketball player. His mom is the coach.
Bulls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, my cousin, she lives in Columbus. I love her to death. Shout out to my cousin Tiffany. She's gay. And he was just going on about apple pie and all this stuff. You have to be careful when you go live.
Well, you can say it, but there's going to be consequences.
You can say it. I know it's freedom of amendment, what you want to say.
Freedom of
That's the
speech.
First Amendment. But understand this. What is it called? The LBGT, whatever.
LGBTQ.
Yeah.
And
Listen, I don't have a problem with gay people at all. They don't bother me. I don't bother them. I have cousins. I have family members who are gay. What you do and how you do it, that's fine. It don't bother me. It shouldn't bother. You got your people that don't like this or like that. That's fine. But keep the comments to yourself. Because once you go and get in front of that camera and speak that, it's going to kill you. And that's why, like, Puka, you got to watch what you say. He's a young guy, but you're with Devontae Adams. You're with a great quarterback. Will be a Hall of Famer. He will definitely be a Hall of Famer. And you have a great coach over there, too. You got to get locked in with these guys, man.
Got to quell that partying, dude.
Yeah,
calm
I
down
get
that
these
off-field.
kids are
Stop
young,
fighting
they're
girls.
coming in
Yeah,
for all
you're
this
not.
money.
Yeah, you're not.
That party will get you jacked up because you don't know who's got the camera out, man.
That's exactly
Everybody's
it.
got a cell phone, man.
That's exactly it.
I feel like the young generation are too used to being in front of cameras because
Yes.
there's cameras
Yes.
everywhere.
Their whole
now.
life
Yes,
now.
it
Their
is.
whole life.
Man,
So
look,
there is no on camera, off camera.
Right.
no,
Right.
everybody's live.
Everybody's
Right.
live.
Everybody's live. There's a guy they were showing. I don't know if you guys seen it. I'll be watching TikToks and stuff, and I watch this guy. He goes around and he'll be talking smack to people, and he just got rocked by an ex-UFC fighter. It was a couple of days ago. He got knocked out, and I was like, "Yo, what?" But these young kids, they like to do this stuff.
Well, they're doing it for like clout and
Clicks.
views and
Come on,
popularity
man.
and clicks.
Man,
Obviously,
listen, there's other things you can do than get knocked out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But this is like you said, Nick. They're doing it, man. You said the same thing. They're doing it for clicks, or they're just they're so used to being in front of a camera. But you have to watch everybody's got a cell phone.
Right.
So if you're doing something, you don't know who's doing.
And Puka's behavior is very destructive to himself.
Absolutely.
This is just gonna speedball out of control, and he's
Man.
gonna end up like I hate to say, but like Lamar Odom. I watched part of the Netflix documentary about Lamar Odom and
my
everything
God.
that happened with him, and
Oh
how
my
everything just
God.
kind of snowballed out of control, and
Yeah.
before you know it, you're dead at the Bunny Ranch in Nevada for 20 minutes.
I heard that documentary was good.
very good.
John told me
Well,
it
his
today.
story is just incredible, anyways.
Yeah,
To listen to
if
him
you-
talk, it's really incredible. But I hate to see somebody so good and so talented go down that road, and that's
Yeah.
where Puka is headed.
And the thing about Lamar Odom, he came out of Rhode Island. There's not been a lot of players that came out of Rhode
There's a
Island.
lot of talent.
You know what I'm
in
saying?
Lamar.
And he went to the Clippers. I mean, he is a tremendous. People say we look alike. John was telling me. I was like, dude, yeah, I've heard that all my life already. But with Lamar Odom, it hurt me the most because he was asking, he goes, what happened to his career? I said, well, he got with the Kardashians. Look what happened to Kanye. I mean, they touch you and they ruin your stuff. You mess with the Kardashians. And I think a lot of these athletes, they if you come from nothing, you want everything. You're getting all this money. You're playing in L.A. You play for the Clippers. Then you go to the Lakers. You're playing with one of the greatest basketball players, RIP to Kobe Bryant. And you're there. You're in L.A. and Temptations is.
He had it all, and it wasn't enough.
Crashed out.
And he'll be the first one to tell you that I had it all, but it still wasn't enough. You know what I mean?
Does it cost to be rich?
Yeah, that's
'Cause if
people
you get-
should listen to his story because it's an impactful one.
He's not the only one. There's a lot of great players that were on top of the world, and
Those outside demons get you.
Yes, man. And
Yes, he did.
he was doing drugs. They said he died, and then he was, he had to go to Kobe and ask Kobe to help him get out of debt. I mean, that's why I don't want to see Puka. Such a great receiver, man.
Right.
I saw the highlights when he the toe, the one hand catches. Like I was like, yo, how did he catch
People
that?
really went from like praising him to finding out about this personal life to really just dogging him.
Well,
you know?
now
So
the-
he's already got a steep hill to climb
I mean,
to
come
prove
on.
to people that he's
You're
going to
off-
change.
Right, your off the field issues will take over what you do on the field.
It'll be all people talk about.
Exactly. And you don't want that. You want them to talk more about what you're doing on the field. And when you have the off the field issues, helping out the kids or whatever, doing something
Well,
for
yeah,
your
the
community.
positives, absolutely.
Yes, that negative will kill you.
But people will not bring up your positives as much as your negatives if
Oh,
you have
yeah.
negatives.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you screw up, everybody will talk about that.
Absolutely.
If you grant 10 million Make-A-Wishes, somebody might not talk about that. But if you get a DUI, everybody's going to be talking about that.
Well, that's
So
our
you
next
have to
subject.
keep
But
that
we're
in
gonna talk.
mind.
The next, before we
Good
get out of
segue.
here, this next one before we get out of here, you guys, I don't even understand. I talked to him when I was at physical therapy yesterday, and we talked about me and my buddy John, and I talked to some other people out in the waiting area, so I got to call back, and they said the same thing. We don't even understand what he's doing. Tiger Woods gets his he gets a DUI.
Well, he rolled another vehicle.
Yeah, he's rolled 2 vehicles. I don't know anybody
That we
they might have
know
rolled
of.
1, but this
That
dude
we
rolled
know
2.
of. That have been publicly said.
Right. You roll 2 vehicles, Benzes. I know you got the money.
Range Rovers.
The first thing we
Range
think
Rover?
of, first thing we think of, why don't you get a driver, Tiger? You have the money.
Right.
You've won all these tournaments. Why don't you get a driver? I don't want a driver, is what he says.
He likes his
Stubborn.
privacy, he says. But now, look at where that's gotten you. Your privacy, your private life, is blasted all over everywhere. These body cams, which are very embarrassing, are everywhere.
Yes.
Everybody's seen it. This isn't the first time he's done something like this. It's not the second. It's not the third. This
It's the 4th or 5th.
This is and also this has also probably been very publicized, but there could also be instances that haven't been very publicized.
Facts.
Because he's a very powerful guy.
Yeah.
And, he might have been pulled over in the past, and the cop's like, oh, dude, you're Tiger Woods. Like, just go ahead and go. I think he's had a serious problem for a very long time.
Yeah.
And nobody's ever addressed it because if you're Tiger Woods and you have this, who can go up to Tiger Woods and say, oh, you have help, dude. Like, you really need to get help because you have problems.
Right.
And this, and this, and that. Do you really think he's going to listen to you? Even if you did? You could be his best friend, his father.
Right.
He's not going to listen. It's Tiger Woods. But this is dangerous. This is very dangerous. And it's been tarnishing. It's been like this blip on his career for a long time.
Right.
Because he's done this before. I mean, when does it end? You kill yourself or you kill somebody? It's a very dangerous game he's playing.
Yes, it is.
And I don't think he takes it seriously. I mean, yeah, he's going to rehab now. He says he's gone to rehab now. But I don't think he's taking it seriously enough. Maybe this time he will.
My
I don't
PT
know.
guy said he's going to rehab over in another country.
He's going to Zurich. Actually, I think he landed yesterday, I believe.
In-
They're quick with that. The PR team is quick with that. But
What the hell?
Why
Yeah,
is he going to
it's-
rehab in, was it Germany?
privacy. He said because of his privacy, because he's worried if he goes anywhere here, there'll be people spilling his records or like around the corner with cameras or trying to invade his privacy. That's the same reason he doesn't want a driver. I mean, he could make somebody sign an NDA. I'm sure he's familiar with NDAs. I'm sure he's had some people sign some NDAs before in his life. But I don't think it has anything to do with privacy. I think it has everything to do with ego. And that's my opinion on it.
Thank you, sis. She's so wonderful at this. Bro, come on, man. Talk to me. Big Nick, talk to me, man.
If you wanted people to respect your privacy, you wouldn't do things that were so publicly available, like crashing your car twice.
Yeah, like
or
Say
like
it
getting
again.
in the news for
Say
not
it
winning golf
again.
tournaments.
Say it
Or
again.
your wife beating you up with golf clubs when you cheated on her.
What?
And crashing your car that night also.
Pause.
And crashing your car that night. Don't you remember that?
Yeah, this
when
was
that
the last
blew
time.
up. When that blew up, that he had that
with
affair
him
on
cheating with a golf
Elin.
club?
He
Holy
was
shit.
leaving the house,
Oh.
wrecked his car again because he was
That's the first
on
time he flipped it.
pills.
I didn't know it was
and
do that.
she was beat him and or the car with golf clubs.
Or both
Yes.
at the same time.
Yes. The golf clubs were all bent up. I mean, it was all there.
Oh,
But he also
Jesus.
crashed his car that time, you know. And then he had the rollover in California where he was going way too fast because he was late to teach the NFL player how to golf
I don't remember who.
from the Saints
Oh, is that
quarterback.
Drew Brees?
Yes, he was going to
He was
teach.
teaching Drew Brees how to
was
golf,
going
and he
to-
rolled.
He had golf.
And he
was
rolled
gonna-
his car that time?
And that was in California. That was his excuse to why
Oh, my God.
he rolled his car that time. He was running late to give Drew Brees these golf lessons. So he wrecked that time. And then this time, we saw the video. I was looking down at my phone, and then boom, you know, a big, giant landscaping trailer that he crashed into this time and rolled his car again. Do you know how fast you have to be to roll a car?
You have to go real fast
You
to
gotta
flip
be
your
real
vehicle.
fast
Not
to
just
roll.
like-
I got a
to
Ram.
flip a car.
I would be scared to flip a vehicle anyways.
Yeah.
But you have to go be
You
going
gotta be
fast.
all in to flip a car. If you're going 25 and you hit a trailer, you're not gonna flip your car.
No, you're not. You have to go in about 60, 70 miles per hour to flip it.
And probably high on oxys too, because that's what he had in his pockets, which is also not good. So I think this is the first time that it's been said that they've actually said he was, you know, under the influence of something for sure this time. They never said it when he had the wreck in California. And I think there was suspicion of it with the Elin, with
Yeah.
the divorce, but I don't know if they really came out and said it. But this time they found pills in his pocket, so. They just said in the California crash he was going too fast.
He's just, right.
They never claimed that he was
On something.
under the influence of anything. But I
Maybe
think
he had already
this
taken
time-
everything.
Exactly. I think this time we all saw it. I mean, we saw it when he was in the back of the cop car. We saw it in his movements and how he was kind of dozing off and the hiccups and all that kind of stuff.
This is bad than any other time. He rolled his
This
car,
was the
got
worst
into
one.
his...
You see the escalation.
Yeah, but this
like,
is
he
even
needs
worse.
help.
Yeah.
Like, this is bad.
Here's my thing, and you said it too, bro. If you don't want, you're going to another country because you don't want people knowing your business. Stay out of the business. Stay out of the limelight. If you don't want people knowing things about you, you're not supposed to get in trouble. And one of the guys on ESPN earlier this week, he said that he doesn't know Tiger personally because he's a very private person. But what he said is he talked to somebody that's closer to Tiger, that's real close to him in his camp. Tiger's very stubborn.
Oh, absolutely.
And you know what I'm saying?
I think
And-
anybody could see
yeah,
that.
he's very stubborn. And here's my thing is, and I agree with what you said too, Nick. He doesn't want nobody driving for him. Okay, bro. Well, you don't. Honestly, they should just take your license from you because you could have killed somebody
Absolutely.
several times.
Absolutely.
And then this time, what makes this worse than any other time, they found pills in your pocket, right? Then this guy's on the phone with the president. I said, what the hell?
He thinks he got some clout.
Yeah, come on,
You
bro.
know, the last accident, the California one, he almost died himself.
Right.
That's when he tore his leg up, and he's had to have all those surgeries. And in the videos, you could see the compression sleeve on his leg and everything. And
Like, dude, you got, but why are you going to you're going to another country when we got great rehab? You can make it where nobody knows that you're there. Trust me.
excuses.
Yeah, the problem is once again, Tiger being Tiger, I'm going to do whatever I
gonna
want
set
because
it-
I'm Tiger.
Yeah, I'm going to do it the way I want to do
Ego,
it.
ego, all the way.
Exactly. And who's
I
to say,
lose-
is there a camera there? Do we know he even went
Yeah,
to a
I
rehab? We don't.
lost
He could
so
be on
much respect
vacation
for
again.
him.
We don't know.
I lost so much respect for him
Mm-hmm.
because number one, you know, I didn't know it was this bad until they started coming out with things. And then when I watched the video that you sent me, oh my God, he looked like he was high as a kite.
It was bad.
Like that looks
It
real
looked
bad.
very bad.
I'm like, dude.
And I'm not a cop. I'm not an expert.
No, but you roll in the back of a cop car.
Bartending,
so you know.
obviously, I've seen people like
Yeah, you
on
did
pills
ride
and stuff.
on, so-
I've seen people on pills and stuff like that, and that's that behavior.
If you're
know.
drinking and taking pills, no, they give me pain pills. He
He
take it.
absolutely, I believe, is taking pain pills.
Absolutely.
I think he's been taking them a long time. I mean, he's just
He's
obviously
addicted. He's addicted to
he's
it.
just obviously probably abusing them.
I mean, ever since he tore his ACL
Yeah.
and then still went on to win the major. I mean, that whole period.
He's dealt with a lot of pain his whole career, his whole life probably, and he doesn't have a way to get a hold of it. And he's the type of guy that will say, if Tiger can't get a hold of it, nobody can get a hold of it for me.
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure this out on my own.
Exactly.
I don't need nobody to tell me about that.
Exactly. He
But
wanna
this
do
is
it
what
on his
people
own.
understand is that like this is like when I was talking to my doctor about. I've never been a person that would take pain pill, right? Until I had all these surgeries. You know, having 2 hips replaced, having both knees scoped, then having a knee replacement, then having 2 meniscus, 2 manipulations. One thing I can say about myself is I'm glad I've never been that person that felt like I needed to rely on pain medicine. You know, I look for other things to help out with the pain. Then I'll take that, but. I noticed people like Tiger, all these athletes, they get hooked at like, you know, there was
It's
Brett
very
Favre.
easy to get
It's
addicted.
very easy because you want to
Very
take away
easy.
the pain, and then before you know it. But with Tiger is, what upset me when I saw the video, out of all what he's done back in 2009 till now, this is the worst, because like you said, now they got video of you. But dude, the video,
very
you look,
embarrassing.
you look so high. And then when I saw this guy on the phone, and he's talking to the president of the United States, Donald
He
Trump.
said he was. Sorry, I was just on
But
the
that's
phone.
just bad.
Well, he walked away from the scene of the accident, which you cannot do. So
Come
they're
on.
trying to get him to come back.
Stubborn.
And, sorry,
Again.
I was just
Yep.
on the phone.
I'm Tiger Woods. I'm gonna do what I want to do. This
And he
is
must
real.
have forgot he had those pills because if I would have walked off to call the president, I would have tossed those babies.
Oh,
He must have forgot about
I'm
them.
automatic. Well, you know, he probably. I don't even know.
Must have forgot they were in there.
Let me ask you guys a question. Where was he coming from? That's the killer thing.
He had his golf bag. He was dressed like it looked like maybe he was golfing, but I don't know about that. It's Jupiter, Florida. Doesn't he live in Florida? Or
Yeah, somewhere in Florida.
in the middle of the
Yeah.
day,
Yeah,
too.
so
So
he's
it's
It's the middle of the day, right?
running an errand or like who knows?
The funny thing is, before that happened, 2 days prior to that, he was doing that golf simulation thing with those guys, and they lost to Serena Williams' team, the Las Vegas, whatever they are. And he looked like he was in great spirits. And, they were asking him about playing in the tournament and stuff. He said, "I'm
I
trying."
definitely think he has a professional side and this,
Oh, he does.
This
Oh,
dark
he does.
private side. He's good at maintaining that professional side, and
He is.
when he's on TV and when he's in his tournaments and when he gives interviews and is in the public eye, he's very careful about how he's seen.
Yeah.
But now this adds another level to him because now his personal life is even more so blown up in there.
Yes.
I mean, remember when he was going through that divorce with his wife and how blown up that was?
It's
And I
bad.
mean, it was on the cover of every magazine and everybody was talking about it, and it was just out of hand. So I think since then he's always been so conscious to keep things private. Even his dating life and stuff, he'll keep that really private.
Yeah.
But now he has no choice but to face this because now this is just really blown up, and people are seeing this dark side of him that he's probably had for a long time.
What you do in the dark will come to light no matter what the situation
Eventually,
is.
yeah.
You have to listen. Another thing about we just said it when we were talking about Puka and the core. You have to watch what you do, because and if you're a high celebrity,
cameras everywhere.
you're every. You got TMZ, you got the bloggers,
Cell
you got.
phones.
You don't know who's watching, got their camera out. You have to watch what you do and watch what you say. And I feel bad for Tiger now because this situation now, this is serious. And now you're going, and you're not making it better by going to another country to go to rehab. What are you saying that rehabs here are not good? No, because I want my stuff to be private. Well, if you
Same
want-
reason he says he doesn't have a driver. I want my privacy.
Well, if you want
These
your
excuses
privacy,
aren't
stop,
good enough because
if you want your privacy,
messing
stop
up.
doing dumb stuff.
Yeah, you're messing up.
Yeah, stay out of the limelight. Be in the public eye because you're a great golfer. You're a great. Well, you were a great golfer.
It tarnishes the legacy of
Absolutely.
an iconic golfer. Let's be
Absolutely.
honest. He's no John Daly. He can get away with the acting like a crazy drunk
Facts.
because people are like, look at
Yeah,
this.
right.
That's like his
Phil
persona.
Mickelson.
Yeah, that's his persona. This is not Tiger Woods' persona.
Not at all. And listen,
and this is real serious.
Your accolades,
for
are,
him.
your resume of what you have done, you're just killing it.
Right.
You're just killing it because you drove 2 different vehicles. You've had 5 incidents. They were
it's
showing
bad.
all
He's
his
in a
incidents.
lot
They
of
broke it.
trouble, yeah.
Like, bro, come on, man. You got to.
Take the keys.
Yeah. You get. You know what?
He needs one of those cars that drives for you, like the Teslas that you can.
Right. Yeah.
They'll
You need.
just drive you.
Yeah, because you don't need to be behind the wheel. And if you do have a problem with pain pills, and I can understand that because he's had so many surgeries, but a lot of
Guarantee
these,
that's what it is. He definitely has a problem.
you have addiction problem with that. He had 2 pills in your pocket. So how many did you have when you left the
And he
house?
probably forgot we're even in there.
Absolutely. I
probably
mean, he
has,
looked
you know.
so stoned. Like he was sitting there like
The
this.
hiccups. The
He
hiccups
is
were
zooted.
really-
Yeah, man, like he hit some good weed or something, man.
The hiccups were really killing me when he was like into the camera. You could hear it.
My sister funny as hell.
Everybody's making ET memes about him because you know
Man, they're killing him.
because he was trying to cover his
It's too
face
late.
when he first got in, but
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. They made so many memes about
those
him.
body cams will be
Yeah,
they
the body
will-
cams,
They see
man.
it on it.
That's man.
Everybody
listen,
wanted cops to wear them now. All your dirty laundry's out there now.
Yeah, man.
They're out all the dirty laundry.
Our podcast is doing so well. I do not want to be in the limelight for that type of stuff. Never, because you cannot. It's hard to, like, if you. It's like if we're all out and we're all going to like Florida, all 4 of us out, and we're having a great time, and somebody punches somebody, or you just do something stupid.
Yeah.
Before you know it, it's hard to come back from that.
Absolutely.
It's hard
In
to
today's
redeem
times,
yourself.
yeah, it is because one little thing goes viral and
Oh, they eat you up, man.
yeah.
I'm not being nobody mean. I don't want nobody to be
Mm-hmm.
no mean. Yo, y'all thank us for joining us today, man. We had a great time today, man. Great things, Nick. Thank you for filling in for Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown, you get well, my brother. You definitely get well.
Yes, rest up.
Yes. The NFL draft is coming. We are definitely going to do something. I'm hoping to be at JD's when we do that. When I have a guest that Sunday, I'll keep you guys informed. We like it that you guys tune in. Keep watching us every Sunday. I'll let you guys know when I do another show. Hopefully the next show will definitely be at JD's. We can get ready for that. And then the Voodoo and such and on. And baseball started. How did your Tigers do for opening day?
They won.
Oh, congratulations to the Tiger fans out
finally.
there.
They were not doing so hot for a minute there.
Oh, okay.
Might be an up and down season, but now the season started. So
Okay.
I'm hoping we stay on a
Who's
roll.
their new rookie that's absolutely going crazy right now? Had 4 hits in his first game.
Yeah, I seen that.
Wow, what's his
Mc,
name?
something. McConaughey?
Yes, yeah, I can't think of his
Oh,
name.
my goodness.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I love seeing
That
rookies.
sounds right.
Yeah, just to tear it up.
First game as a Tiger, 4 hits,
Yeah.
3 RBIs.
Well, he was on. He was on.
He's
Yeah.
up 4 times. He didn't get struck out at all.
Wow.
Kevin McGonigal. You did say
McGonigal.
it right. Yeah, it's spelled really weird, but yeah.
Yeah, Kevin McGonigal. Absolute
Shout
dog.
out.
I love to
Kevin
see the young-
McGonigal, shout out to you, my brother, man.
Verlander's back.
Yep.
He wants to retire a Tiger.
JV's
We're
back.
happy to have him. That's a big morale boost for the team, I think.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
an
no.
interesting baseball season, man.
We got a good
lot
team.
of great rookies coming in there. I did see that Detroit was jumping that day. It was beautiful.
Man, they said it was like one of the biggest attended opening days, I think since like 2012.
So that's
They
what's
said it was
up.
like the biggest
So the
attended
city
opening
was on
day.
fire, man.
Huge opening day. The weather was gorgeous.
Oh, it was
I
great.
Mean,
It was great.
It was an incredible day for an
Well, we got the Mud Hens going to be opening next week.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
The
And it's
weather
supposed
doesn't look so great.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. But you
But
know,
it never is for Mud Hens opening day. We all go down
exactly,
and celebrate
man.
anyway.
But if it's good, like on I think Friday or Saturday next weekend, if they're in Toledo, that's we have to go to a game.
Oh,
All of us.
so
I
fun.
told Don was like, yeah, and Don was like, hey, we should go to. Yeah, a whole bunch of us gonna go down there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna really work on getting the manager on to come on our show, man. I want to talk to
That'd
him.
be cool.
It would be nice for us to get some people like that on there, but I'm excited for the Mud Hens to be back. I definitely want to go check them out this year. I definitely want to do that. So, if Major League time, we got the NFL draft. We got so much to talk to when that comes up. So if you guys live right, do right, you guys will be all right. We'll see you. Peace.